All right, ready to go? Did you get a chance to read through it about Anne and her coin? She flipped it 100 times and she obtained 73 heads and 27 tails, which she did it on her own. Okay. She ran a simulation. Here are 200 samples. Okay. If you take a look, and what do these samples represent? It's the output of, it's up here somewhere, the proportion of heads. Okay. That's the proportion of heads she got. Matt, when she did it by herself, her own 100 flips, how many heads did she get? She got 73 heads, right? Do you notice anything about the number of heads in the simulation? What's not on there?
Oh yeah, 73 is
not even on the simulation when I did it 200 times. Okay, so that's an unlikely occurrence, right? 73. So probably something was up with her coin. So that's why we said her coin was not fair. Okay. Just you see, 73 is not on there. Okay, 73 is not on there. Okay, so unlikely occurrence. Sarah, let's go. Okay. Okay, number 8. Which one is not true? Okay, what's it asking me to do in the first one, Sarah? Take the two functions and do what with them? Multiply them. So first thing I got to do for choice 1 is see if 1 minus c squared times c plus 1 gives me what it comes out to be here. So now I'm just going to FOIL. I get c plus 1 minus c to the third minus c squared. And if you take a look, it's not in that exact order, but ready? Is the positive 1 I have, right? Yeah. I got a positive c, yes. I have a negative c squared and a negative c to the third, so that actually is correct. I'm looking for the one that's not true, though. What's it asking me to do in the next one? Add them together, and we can do that real quick. I don't need to write it down. Ready? I can combine only the ones, right? 1 and 1 will just give me 2 minus c squared plus the c. And that looks good, right? Minus c squared plus c. We're good. Okay, here's where you got to be careful in the next one. What's it asking me to do in the next one? Subtract. So when I take, and they flip the order on me. So it's taking the m function first, c plus 1, and subtracting g function, which is 1 minus c squared. And I say watch out. Why do I say watch out? You got to distribute that minus sign. Okay, so right now, I got c plus 1, but now I'm going to have, ready? Minus 1 and now plus c squared. And what happens to the 1s? So it's going to be c plus c squared, which is what it is. So process of elimination, when I divide them, they won't come out to be the same. Anybody else? No, we've talked about this. We've always picked the one that's always equal. This one's the one that's not equal. What have I always suggested to you guys do at the very beginning to the originals? Store a random number in. Store a random number in, and then 3 out of these 4 will come out to be that same value. All right? Good? Yes. Yep. Okay, all right, so let's do m. So c plus 1 over 1 minus c. Okay, let's do it. So you have c plus 1 over 1 minus c squared. Good? Okay, so when I do this, I can't do anything on top. What'd you do at the bottom, Olivia? 1 plus c and 1 minus c. Now, here's what I'm going to think. You thought those were opposites. But did the signs change? They're only opposites if their signs are opposites, right? Hey, take a look. Positive 1, positive c. That's just same thing. Correct. They just cancel out. And you're still left with a 1 on top and the 1 minus c on the bottom. Okay, again, if I had this, here you go. If I had this, those are opposites. Do you see why? Positive c, positive 1, negative 1. Those I could cross out and be left with a negative 1. All right, great mistake to make. Great mistake to make right now. Any others, 1 through 8 here? I got a couple more I want to show you, but we doing all right? Mentally, we okay here? I know it seems like a while away, but it'll be here before you know it. Hannah, hi. You absolutely. Whatever you guys need to go over. Well, no, what do you mean by the rules? No, not necessarily, no. All you got to do is, ready? As x approaches negative infinity, which means I'm going to the left on the x-axis, the y value should also be negative. So if I just take number 1 right here, if I go into the negative direction, what are you noticing about your y's? They're actually getting positive, so I don't want that one. I'm looking for the one that as I go to the x-axis, it's going down. And as I go on the x-axis in the positive direction, it's going up. Okay, so that's why I believe it should have been choice 3. Now we can talk, even, odd, degree, but okay. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about that right now. I'm glad you brought it up. I'll bring it up too. If it's got 3 zeros, that means the highest exponent needed to be 3, right? So it's got something x to the third. And do you guys remember if the highest exponent is odd, how it starts and finishes? Opposite each other. Okay? If you take a look right now, take a look at choice, what is that, 2 underneath there? What do you notice about choice 2? They're both ending up and they're both ending down for choice 4. That tells me the highest exponent is even. Okay? Even. All right? Thank you, Hannah.
Yeah, can we go over 3? I like a specific question.
You have a specific question on it? Yep.
So, I looked at it and then I wrote it out.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it up here, Matt. Let me get it up. And then we can talk. Okay, what do you mean you wrote it out first? Start there with me. What do you mean you wrote it out?
Like, I said, parenthesis 2 minus y I, and then, end parenthesis, and then again 2 minus. Yeah, so then I started distributing.
Okay, let's go. 2 times 2, you got 4.
4 minus 2yi.
Minus 2yi.
And then after that, is it just...
Ready? Well, first, negative times a negative. Positive. Y times y. I times I. Okay, good. I'll take care of that little bit in a minute. You all right?
Yeah, I didn't
know. All right, let's go. Like terms right here, Matt, right? I got like terms right here. They're not going to cancel each other out because they're both negative. But I will get what? Minus 4yi. Let me just rewrite the rest because I don't want to skip over a step. Okay, ready? I squared. According to the clock, I squared is going to be? Okay, so I have I to the 0, I to the first, I squared, I to the third. Anybody want to help a brother Matt out? I to the 0? We got a week here, guys. Come on. 1, I to the first. I squared. I to the third. Okay, what's I squared? -1. So when I plug in -1 now, what's going to happen here? That's just going to become negative y. Yep. So ready? 4 minus 4yi minus y squared. I believe that is a choice up there, but it's not written in the order I have it up there. You see a negative y squared, a negative 4yi, and a positive 4. I just don't have it in the order. They gave me a multiple choice. Yep. You good? Let's go. Here we go. Same exam. 16. Let's go. 16. Did we learn from the review quiz the other day? Did we learn This does not mean plug in -1 for x. What's that another name for? Inverse. What are you always thinking about? Inverse. Switch x and y. Let's do it right now. So I'm going to have x equals what here? -3/4 y plus 2, and you need to solve for y. That's inverse right there. Switch your x and y, solve for y. Need a little help. Anybody want to help me get y by itself? Go, Sarah. Boot the 2 over. Subtract it. X minus 2 equals -3/4 y. Nice job, everybody. Still got to get y by itself. How are we getting that -3/4? Olivia. Sure. Yeah. Correct. I'm just going to go back to myself when... Yeah. Good? What am I going to do here now? Sorry. What am I going to have to do, guys, to that -4/3 there? I'm going to have to distribute, right? So go ahead and distribute. -4/3 x. Everyone's got calculators that can do -4/3 times -2. Left as a fraction. And what are you guys getting? Negative, or actually positive, right? Positive 8/3. No. Yes. Okay. And do you see, Olivia, now, if I say switch your x and your y, where are we going now? Back to the beginning, right? Okay. No, I know. That's this is the test. All right. Anything they can do to throw you off, they'll do it. Go to 17. 17. All right. A circle centered at the origin has a radius of 10. Okay. Let's see if I can get a little diagram drawn here of what I'm working with. Where's that circle? Boom. Yep. Great. Don't care how big it is. There it is. Center at the origin. And where's the terminal side end? Quadrant 2. Can you guys make a terminal side ending somewhere in quadrant 2? A terminal side intersecting somewhere, I don't care where, in quadrant 2. There it is in quadrant 2. And it's at point C, it says. All right, not that this matters, but here we go. And they tell you the y coordinate is 8. All right, we'll get to the y coordinate in a second. Value of cosine. Even if you're just drawing a total blank right now on how to solve this, have the ability to eliminate 2 answers right now. What am I asking you to find? Cosine. Where are we? Quadrant 2. Anybody know anything about cosine in quadrant 2? All students take classes. It's negative. Now you got a 50-50 shot now. Okay, even if, God forbid we have to guess, at least it's 50% instead of 25%. All right, how do I figure out which one now, the negatives? What can I form here? A right triangle, darn right. And now we go back. They told me the y coordinate was 8 for a reason. What can I label as 8? The y coordinate. The y coordinate is 8. Where on my triangle can I label 8? With the y-axis? Yes? No? Is that all right? Or some people are looking at me like, or maybe I should have just assumed you knew that. But it would be real helpful if I could have 2 sides. Usually I'm given 2 out of 3. What else in this problem can I fill out a side? There's something we haven't done yet. Got that 10, which is the radius, right? Which is AKA another name for what on our right triangle? Yeah, buddy, that's our hypotenuse, right? Radius, a 10. How do you want to find the third side? Pythag, go after it. Get it, get it. Pythag. 8 squared plus I don't know squared equals 10 squared. Go, Sarah.
I'm so confused why the 8 is there.
Okay, where's the y coordinate? Where's the y-axis? Right here, right? The y coordinate on here, it's something, comma, 8. So that told me I went up to 8 on the y-axis.
Okay.
So this right here also has to be 8. Good? Yeah, yeah. What is it, Carter? 6. How you been since your hiatus, huh? I was a little nervous. The gang was a little nervous here without you. Oh, all right. We were fine. It was a nice break. Got some work done. It is 6. Just be careful. It's this side of the x-axis. All right, cosine. Cosine. SOHCAHTOA. Cosine. My adjacent over hypotenuse. Yep. Always go from the reference angle right here. What's adjacent? -6 over your hypotenuse. 10. Not a multiple choice, though. One job. Oh, I got to simplify. Thanks. Thanks. You're on fire here today, huh? -6 over 10 reduces down to -3/5. All right. Any questions from you guys? How we doing? You all right back there, Hannah? Okay. Gonna knock this out of the park in a week from today? Okay. One more. Let's get away from the multiple choice. Actually, 2 more. Sorry. 25. I'm trying to pick ones that we've done before just to see what you have to say now. Again, ready? What part is this in right now? Part 2. Not much effort. It's 2 points. Shouldn't be that bad. All right, not that much effort. Solve for x. Got to get rid of the denominators. What are you going to find for me then? Sarah? Common denominator. I got 3, I got x, and I got 3x. Common denominator? 3x. Nice. Let's multiply all of them by 3x. All right, when I multiply the first fraction by 3x, the x is going, I'm just left with 3. If you don't know where this is coming from, let me know. What's left in the second one? 3 minus x. And what's left in the next one? -1. And some of you are like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not. It's 2 points. All right, there shouldn't be, factoring or a quadratic formula involved. There we go. Can you solve for x? Move the 3 over, or the x, it's up to you. Move the 3 over, we get -4. Divide both sides by -1. X equals Carter. Oh, you want to tell your classmates what we just talked about? Radicals, fractions. Got to check. This might be a no solution one. I don't know. Okay, wouldn't be shocked. All right, radicals and fractions, you got to check. So store 4 in your calculator. Make sure the left side equals the right side. These half-hour days really aren't that bad. I enjoy them. I got a ton done this morning. 30-minute classes, done. What do you guys, are we good or no good? Left side equal the right side when we stored it? Okay, we're good. Any comments before we go on to this last one? Questions? Any concerns? Random concerns? That's just not math. We all good? 32. All right. Purchased it for 100,000, then I just sold it for 135. What's my exponential rate of growth? This is a formula I had given you that's not on the formula sheet, though. It's an equation that you got to go in knowing for any exponential equation. I'll start you off. There you go. Y equals AB raised to the X. Which one? It's not my growth, but has to do with growth. Which variable am I going to solve for? B. I got to solve for B here. Okay, that won't be my final answer, which we'll talk about at the end, but I got to solve for B for my growth. A was what? My original, which was 100 grand. I'm solving for B, and X was my what? Time, so that would be 5. And then over here is what it ended up being for Y, which was 135,000. Okay, I need your help to solve for B. Solve for B? Yeah, go, say it. You're confident. Get B by itself. Divide by 100,000. B to the 5th equals 1.35. All right, hey, I know what you're starting to think, some of you. It's the variable and exponent. No log, no log, no log, no log. The variable's not an exponent. But I went over this only once, but do you remember how to get rid of the exponent then? Raise it to its... Hannah, calm down. I'll get with you in a second. Calm yourself. Raise it to the reciprocal, or Hannah, take the 5th root of each. Whatever floats your boat. Calm it down back there. You're on fire. Nix the tude back there. Huh? Kids, anybody? Street lingo there, huh? Nix the tude, attitude? No, never mind. Okay, sorry. Or sorry. I'll just go back to my 1980 hole. I'm sorry, everybody. I tried to be the cool kid. Yep. Who brought the cool kid to school? Yep, I know. Yep, I get it. Sorry, it won't happen again. Major mistake. Major mistake. I know this comes out to be a long decimal. Yep. 1.0618588759. Okay, that's not my rate though. Certainly not my rate, and I got to go nearest percent as well. Was this growth or decay? This was a growth problem. How do I figure out now, using this, what my actual rate was? Subtract what? Remember, this is 1 plus whatever the rate is, right? So your rate would actually be 0.061858759. That's your rate as a decimal. Direction said nearest percent, though. There you go. Times it by 100. And round to the nearest percent. What are we looking at? About 6% growth. Okay. Okay, there you go. That's what I got for you today and tonight. 4 problems. I know I'm asking a lot. 4. Okay, I'm coming right back, Olivia. 4 problems. 27, 30, 28, 35. Just let me stop this real quick.